Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you all have had a good weekend. I'm sorry I didn't come on yesterday, but yesterday I had a little problem. I was very sick yesterday. Without getting into details, it really hurt. So I was very upset and I was in a lot of pain yesterday. But as some of you see, there are 3 little things on my book. So I'm waiting for people to come. Hold on, let me switch to live chat so this way everybody knows it, that I'm on the live chat rather than not on the live chat. So I hope everybody has had a good time. That everybody is, hi Kim, hi Carol, how are you? As you guys can see, I've got a few things. A few waxes came. Now, this isn't the other Not Your Mama's Mud. This is called Unicorn Dreams. This is really an interesting smell because it smells like a eucalyptus, kind of like an evergreen mint. You guys can't really smell it. This comes from Not Your Mama's Mud, and you get it off of a site called Whimsical Days. Now, these 2 are patty waxes. We use these for the diamond painting. So the first one I opened up, which is really nice. It's called Pumpkin Walnut Biscotti. Now, the trick with patty wax is that you constantly got to go to her site and occasionally, and I constantly go to Etsy to see if she has new. So this wax you scrape, and then as you can tell, I used it. Hi, Michelle. Weren't you streaming a little while ago? Now, this wax is called patty wax, and this is actually better than the wet wax because yesterday I was working on my Chuck Pinson for about good 3 hours. Didn't get much done because I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I'm not going to tell you exactly what was wrong, but let's just say that it was really so this smells great. This is pumpkin, right? These are patty waxes. I used it yesterday on a painting, but the 3 hours was painful for me because I was downstairs and I was just in so much pain because it was I was really backed up and I could not go do number 2. So needless to say, finally was able to do number 2. But when I did it, it was holy hell. This one is candy apple. You get these off of a site called Patty Wax, but they're also known as Distracted by Diamond Wax. But these are just excellent, excellent. They last a really long time. So all the 4 scents are coming out. Hold on. So I got my and considering everything that happened, hold on. So then we'll have something to focus on. I don't know why my camera does this. So needless to say that I did finish a book over the weekend. This is YR32. I don't have any clue what the color is. I do if I bring my swatch book out, but YR32. And yes, I do have a blotter page, and we're coloring from the, what book are we coloring from today? We are coloring today from this book, YA Mandalas. All I actually saw these flowers in nature, and I actually saw purple ones of these. Yes, they do exist. Purple and yellow flowers in them. They do actually exist. I did see them recently in some of the gardens that me and my mother have been visiting. So we did get some stuff. I did buy 3 new books. I know. I had the thing down to 637. I did finish the Fairy Color by Number book, so I was really proud of that. Glad that I finished that book. P83. I know this book has just tremendously good paper. You know, people I'm going to say something about not this company, but people really don't like the Color It books. I'm going to defend the Color It books because I think they have really good paper. A lot of people say, well, they eat up my pencils. I go, then switch to marker because their books are really much better for markers. And then people give them credit for. The Color in Heaven Care Bears, the Mermaids Compendium. They're doing a Mermaids Compendium book from Color in Heaven. I ordered those two together, so those two should come together. And then I ordered another color by number book. I just finished a color by number book. I finished the fairy coloring by number book this month, so woohoo, me! I'm on a streak here. I was like, what can I color today? So I got the Halloween color by number by Color Questopia, the black background one. I saw it on someone else's channel. So I was really happy to see that on someone else's channel. I don't know why this goes in and out. There's something funky with my wireless lately. It's really upsetting me because I'm trying to reset my password for the MacBook. So it's really upsetting. Mommy left to go to the cemetery with her friends, so I'm really happy about that. I don't have to deal with her crap today. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And then she goes snooping at things that aren't her business. She goes, no, I was searching. Rather than ask me if it's okay to go through my closets and my stuff, she just goes through them, doesn't fucking ask me if it's okay. You know, she just goes through them looking for stuff, and then she finds other things and goes, well, I really think you should need to do this. You really need to do this. No one asked her to do that. No one told her to go and intrude another person's space. But because, you know, this is what she does. She invades my... Well, this is my MacBook password, not the computer I'm currently using. What my mother wants to do is actually take the Mac password and make it hers for photos. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually, once I reset the password and everything, switch everything over on that computer to her, but get my files off that computer. Email my digital books on that file. Yeah, and I even bought some digital. I bought a digital copy of Fairytopia by Mystic Art Mirrors on digital. Now, some people go, why did you do that? Well, here's the reason why I did that for the digital book. What is the book what are you talking about tonight? Did you do a book club, Robin? Now they say the color Questopia one should arrive tonight. Yeah, I put in that patty wax, Robin, and it lasted me 3 hours. I never even switched my pen up after putting the patty wax in. I'm seeing if there's any other. I don't know why, but I feel like doing purple today. Too funny. So, let's do green. A lot of greens here. G47. Oh, I think this is going to be yellow, greens, and purples. Yeah, I think we should make it yellow, greens, and purples. That's what we'll do. Oh, that's wonderful. How are you guys doing that? Oh, guys, I found a bunch of new channels the other night when who does that Color Your Horde, the Bella. Now, Bella has a bunch of people who participate in her Color Your Horde, so I found like a whole bunch of new channels last night that I was when she was doing her picture show, and I was like amazed by some of the beautiful work by some of the smaller channels that I found. Not to say that the big channels aren't beautiful in their own right, because they are. Yellow, YR32. I know, I found a bunch of new channels, which I was kind of like really happy about. And the Sprees right now are sold out on Amazon, which I'm utterly shocked about. And it's funny, last night I did a mandala too. Green. Oh, I'm going to make these yellow. It is nice to see more colors doing that. I apologize for the in and out. This mandala actually scared me. But I'm like, I have to start doing the scarier stuff. Hang on. My phone just rang. You know when your phone always rings and it's like the notifications? It is nice to see that. Oh, it's just my Rakuten. You know. Oh, that's funny. Heartbeat. Oh, God, we need another purple, but something lighter. P84. Oh, last night I was working on one of my color by numbers and I accidentally took out the wrong color and made the sky purple instead of making it sky blue. So the thing was that I chose the wrong marker for the sky. And I ended up making the sky purple instead of blue. Nobody told me I couldn't make it different color, different shade of purple. I'll show you what I did last night by accident. I'll show you what I did by accident. So now all I have left is the bonus. I'll show you what I did stupidly. I'll show you what I did. That's what I did this. It was supposed to be, the sky was supposed to be blue. This is sky. See, it looks blue on camera, but really it's purple. It was supposed to be sky blue and it ended up being purple. Camera ends up looking like the right color, but I'll tell you right now, it's not. So, GY47. And now I only have the bonus section left to do. Yeah, I finished the fairy coloring book, and now I'm getting the Halloween color by number book. So it would have been 637 the books, but Who here has watched Money Heist? I love that show. That show is so good. Yes, I just did this morning actually. Who announced it on their group? You guys know this. I go a lot on my Facebook groups, so I saw somebody had done a review of it this morning too on their YouTube channel. I think it was what's her name, Crystal's Coloring had done it, but you know the rules, Kim. I'm not getting anything big, big, big. I was able to sneak in one more diamond painted pen that I got off of down at Bass, but I'm actually technically not allowed any more pens at this point. My mother doesn't want to see another pen after the Donna Bass one, so no more pens, no more books. You know, it probably is, but I'd rather use the set I currently have right now and deal with what I have now. Besides, where would I put 240 pencils, you know? Now, I made the joke to my mother the other day. You know, and I'm also waiting for a bill to come from one of my credit card companies because I want to pay it all off. I have enough money. Oh no! Don't tell me that you lost the connection, Callie. But what I want to do is I actually want to pay off my credit card debt on that one card. See how we're alternating it? Thank you. Who has 520? I don't know anybody. What do you mean 520? Mm-hmm. What funner? Okay. Well, did you guys hear that Black Widow's coming out with another set too? Black Widow has a new set coming out too. Someone announced it on their channel that Black Widow has another set, and they already have the pencils, but they did them for a review. But they're doing them for a review. I don't know, but someone claims to have gotten them already. There are a few people who claim to have gotten them already for review, but they are not allowed to post a review yet. If you know what I mean, they're not allowed to post a review because of I don't know. There's some stuff going on there that they can't post a review yet. Yes, they are. The Black Widows are very affordable. They're very decently priced. They're not a lot of money, but they give a lot of bang for value. Yeah, I have to finish another 10 after these three books. I have to finish another 10 books before I can buy another book. So, and then there are some books I'm like looking through going, what was I thinking when I bought these books? Wax. They're great pencils. They're everything I thought that the pencil should have been. This is the pastel violet. See, I wish the sprays would do what the other markers do. Like, most markers have the number and the name on them, but I wish they would have a little stamp. Like, my pianos have stamps, even though they have numbers. So I wish they would tell you the colors. This is a very hard mandala because it's very intricate. These aren't even the most intricate ones that I've seen. I've seen much more intricate ones. And this is 4 colors. See, mandalas, you don't have to have a lot of colors to get it to look nice. I missed American Horror Story last. I will get the 240 set, but not right now. Then there's certain reasons why I can't get everything I want right now. And there's so many books I want right now. It's not even funny how many books I want, but I'm like, let me go through what I actually have right now because for me, it's becoming what do I have? What do I really need? What do I not want? What can I live without? What do I think I can finish? Purple, P83. No, and I don't like really knowing my mother's financial picture, but unfortunately, I do know it. And now that I know it, I'm a little bit more understanding of things. But moving is going to be so much money and all this other stuff. It's a lot different when you're working as opposed to when you're not working. You have more money coming in, but when you're not, you have to rely on. No, I do not have those. I don't want those because those look like a ripoff of the Arteses. No, that wasn't supposed to happen. Those were supposed to be green. hmm I even told my friend I don't care about the stuff that's like that. For me, it's more about. They look good, but I just don't want to get pencils because I want to get them and waste money on them. When I move, things are going to change. I'm going to have a smaller collection, a smaller room, so I'm going to need less stuff, not more stuff. A lot of people don't understand the difference. Oh, what's the difference between you have lots of stuff, so you shouldn't worry. No, sometimes having more stuff is actually worse because then you're going to eventually cut things. So you guys see this is like that. People think moving is easy because you gotta sell your house, then you gotta pack everything up, you gotta get rid of shit left and right. You gotta clean your drawers, you gotta clean everything. And I'm wrestling with little books now. What little books do I take with me? Well, Now, the little books are like really interesting because I'm like, oh, I forgot I bought this. I forgot I bought this. I forgot I bought this. How much have I colored in it? How much have I not colored in it? Do I like the paper? Can I live without it? So there are a lot of things that go on when I'm making these decisions. It's not like I'm just, you know what though? I have to reduce the coloring collection. It's ridiculous. And but I have too much color and stuff, so I'm not talking the books. I know I'm not keeping every book, you know. Some of the older stuff is gonna go bye-bye because I've colored a lot in it already, and I figure, you know what, if I'm not coloring in it now. So anybody you guys want me to color in? Besides Kirby. I'm not coloring Kirby unless I'm in the mood for Kirby. I have to be in the mood to do Kirby. Believe it or not, this one was like tricky for me because I was nervous to do it. I got, you know, this is the one Mandala in this book that stopped me from doing it because I got nervous. Do you have Jasmine? What is Jasmine? Okay. My Disney books, there's a couple of Disney books. I gave a lot of my Disney books to my nieces because I knew they would color in them, but I think there are 3 Disney books that I kept. The Girl Power one for myself, the Disney Parents ones I kept for myself because I spent the for yes, I have those. I'm actually keeping those. I haven't figured out if I'm keeping those or not. I haven't gotten around to that decision yet. I've colored a lot in the first book I ever had. So Jasmine Beckett Griffith. You want me to get one of those? I'll color in one of those. I just have to find them. It may be time to break out the Halloween one. I hate when I leave white spaces. I know who you're talking about. Yellow. You want me to color in? I have a lot of pictures colored in, actually, some of those books. You know what's the worst part about making decisions? It's like you're gonna have to make decisions, and sometimes those decisions are easy, and sometimes those decisions are like hard. I might not take Enchanted Forest with me, and I might not take one of the Darius songbooks with me because I've colored in them so much, and now the binding is falling apart in them. So I'm like upset about the binding falling apart. You know, and me and my mother are talking. I can choose very easily because I have such a big collection of Johanna's books, you know. And here's the other thing about Johanna. You know what? There's always going to be a Johanna Basford color along, and I can always use another book to fulfill that. But let's say someone wants to do an Enchanted Forest. You know what? I don't have to join every color along. I don't have to have every book. You know, I want to keep the ones that I genuinely want to keep, and then I want to also be like, well, do I really need that? You know, I got rid of Lost Ocean because I ruined the pages in that when I decided to watercolor in it a few years ago. Yes, I did. And the watercolor ruined the paper in that book. I know some people can watercolor in it. It was my first attempt at watercoloring, and I messed that book up so badly. So I was like, you know what? I can choose because I'm going to be living in a smaller place, Robin. You know, we're moving to 1,000 square feet. So you have to think about this in terms of what my logic is. You know, I have to be able to fit all these books in the new place. I don't have many clothes. I have a lot of clothes. I've already gotten rid of more stuff than I care to. Plus, I have a big old computer over here. I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to do this. This is pre-laptop days. I'm going to have someone to come up and tear the mother unit out of this thing. Hello, Miss View. How are you? Some of you also noticed I've been coloring in some of the thicker books lately. So I figured maybe if I get some of my thicker books done. I'm really shocked that the Sprees are out of stock right now because I love them. I really, really do love these. If you cannot get the Sprees, I recommend the Cali Arts or the Hoo-Hoos. Are you better, View? I want to get my collection down to at least 500. Right now I'm at 640. GY47. If anybody's keeping track of what I'm using, I want to use these colors. Sometimes I see people view this channel and then I'll see them use the same colors, but they use them totally different than I did. And that's okay because you know what? We all have different styles. We all have different ways of doing things. You know, I saw this mandala a few months. Oh my God. I can only imagine. Well, it's better than what I had yesterday. You know, I don't want to be gross or anything, but what I had was pretty bad yesterday. I had a really bad case of I can't go to the bathroom. I can't do number two. It just was terrible that I couldn't do number two. Not being able to do number two is terrible. You know, I couldn't do number two. I had to actually go and take laxatives to get it out. And then I had to eat a bag of potato chips. And, you know, I've been trying to be really good about not eating junk, but I had to eat fatty food. I had to drink lots and lots of water just to get my body to go to the bath, just to make sure that I could get a big thing out of my body. I eventually did get it out of my body, and it was humongous. It wasn't normal. I'm going to have to go see the doctor about this problem. Now, I don't want to see the doctor about this problem, but it's getting to the point now where it's more than an inconvenience. I've had it about twice already happen to me. If this happens one more time, I'm going to have to go to the doctor and get some medicine. What do prunes do? What are prunes? I don't eat prunes. I don't like prunes. Not being able to not do number two is a bad thing. It cramps up my style, and I was in tremendous pain. I had to stay down here. I went to my mother, why don't you go upstairs, use the computer upstairs? And I told her that. My mother thought something was seriously wrong because I never let her use the computer upstairs. My mother goes, what's wrong to it? Eat more veggies. Kim, it's not normal. Usually I have the opposite problem where I want to stop number two. You know, now I have Pepto in my house. I have laxatives in my house. Trust me, my stomach is not my issue. It's going to do number two that's the issue. I'm getting backed up too much. I've never had figs a day in my life. After this, I'm going to go eat some salad. After this is over, I'm going to go to Sweet Green and get some salads. And I couldn't even eat big meals because every time I ate, I need to up my fiber. Is that what is wrong with me? Now, how do I up my fiber? Oh God. Okay. Then what do you use Pepto for? I like all kinds of salads at Sweet Green. That's what I'm gonna eat after I'm done this stream. I know Michelle's here somewhere. See, Michelle, purple. Uh, I didn't know that. I spent all this money on Pepto. I've used Pepto for years and never had a problem. And now all of a sudden I have a problem that I can't use it anymore. I like. No, we're not going to use that word. You're getting older, bodies change. Well, maybe that's cafe. Look, water. Is Michelle still here? Well, green GY47. But I didn't realize that my body was changing. Well, that didn't even occur to me. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, I do like sweet potatoes. Okay, they'll help. Thank you guys. I didn't even realize thinking that I never had problems before until the last month or so I've been having these problems. So that didn't even occur to me to think that that our bodies change. That didn't even it just didn't register to me that I was in a lot of pain, and my mother goes, "How can?" So you're saying a combination of stress can trigger it too? That didn't even occur to me. That I'm better than I was yesterday, May. I was horrible yesterday, May. You missed the beginning of the thing, but I've been in a lot of pain, May. I couldn't do number 2 yesterday, and it really hurt. And I was explaining to them my issues. That never even occurred to me to get more fiber in my diet. You know, it never even occurred to me that might be my problem is that I'm not eating enough fiber. The things you learn from other people. That I was in like agony. I had to use a laxative just to get it out. My body was like, and I was crying, and my mother goes, "How can you be crying over this? What's wrong with you?" And then today she's like, "I can't believe it hurts. It hurts to be. It hurts to be not able to do what you need to do. Besides, they say that's not healthy either for you to be that long, to not to be having problems with not being able to go to number two. People think it's funny, but it's really not." No, I can talk about this stuff because this is real. My mother just doesn't want me talking about her issues online, so we'll talk more about my stuff. And I can talk today about this because, you know, these are real things that have happened to me. And so I spent yesterday literally downstairs rather than up here because, you know, downstairs is where the bathroom is. So yeah, and then I also got patty wax. So yesterday I was doing my Chuck Pinson diamond painting and I used this. And I didn't have to switch the pen out for almost 3 hours. Yeah, I spent a bit of time, but I'm a very slow painter, so. But it was because I kept going every once in a while for 3 hours, but I didn't have to switch out my wax for a long time using the patty wax. Just saying, everybody, that an advantage of patty wax is that you don't have to use it. I wish these people who would ride their bikes would do it. The bikes wouldn't be like. I've never had a baby, so I wouldn't know that, Joanna. I wouldn't know that anything about having kids. I only can assume from your experience. These are beautiful. These are beautiful. The way you do the wax. I wish I had a pen up here. The way you do the wax is that you scrape it. Now, the old ways, there was a girl, and what she would, yes, but I don't think she has any more patty wax right now. You scrape it. Let me get an empty pen. Okay, this doesn't look like it has much. This doesn't look like it doesn't have any wax in it. So what you do with this? What you do is with this, you scrape it like this, right? Scrape it like this, then you put it in your pen, like that. And it goes like this. This is not the best way to do it. Some people, in the old days, you would have people cut it like a cake. Do you like the new house? What they used to do is they would slice it like bread, and then they would like do it like a thin thing, and then you would put it down like the regular wax and just stick it in like that. So yes, these are really good. It works really well. It stays in place for a long, long time if you want to do diamond painting. Well, that patty wax either comes in tins, the super patty wax, but I had no problem with this. This is the pumpkin scented one. This is the pumpkin walnut biscotti, and it smells like heaven to me. You know, I'm a big pumpkin thing. I'm hoping that Laura's next wee wax will be. You get it from the thing called Patty Wax or Distracted by Diamonds, which is run by Donnie. But right now she doesn't have any Patty Wax. So she'll probably drop more during the week. It just is a matter of you have to go to her. It does. Yeah, I'm getting like all the full scents now. May so it's funny because you got to be really fast to get the patty wax. It goes like quickly. The special waxes, and I have so many waxes now. It's not even funny. I tell you, if I'm not buying pens, no, I'm not very good at multi-placing. I'm okay at it, but I'm not mastering it. The problem right now that I'm having with my Chuck Pinson is that there's yes, I've had a lot of it. This morning I had some of the issues happen, but I just let it happen. I didn't put no thing. Yes, this is a shitty conversation. With funny. I can talk about number two like that. It's summer. It's like summer weather, but I'll tell you something. My mother's all excited about the new house because my mother's going over there on September 29th. So my mother's all excited about looking at the houses there. Maybe she'll put in a bid. I told her if she sees a house that she really likes, go for it. You know, don't ask me, but you know, I trust my mother's judgment. Even as much as I bitch about her, you know, I'm like I have to go through my sock drawer later today. I have, you know, every day that I'm off and I have time to do things. But you know, when my mother's in the house, I don't get as much done. To tell you the truth. And I did buy 3 new books that come in, so the total now is 640. I did get rid of some books. You know, I was looking in my daydreams, and I didn't realize I had spilled so much coffee in that book. And then what I also did in that book was I watercolored in the book, and I damaged the paper in that book. So I was like, oh, you know, my mother's going to look at houses. Not that she's bought anything, so next month. So she's gonna go over there because my mother's best friend's daughter is also getting married in California. So it's a good chance for her to see the babies and do things. Here's the truth though. I'm not comfortable yet getting on a plane. To tell you the truth, I really am not comfortable getting on a plane to California yet because of COVID. That's how scared I am still of COVID. You know, I'm telling my mother, whatever you do, try not to eat and drink in the plane. I know it's hard, but try not to eat and drink if you can. But after you eat and drink, wash your hands, sanitize when you come home, because I don't want to get COVID when she comes back. Well, when I got it, it was really very, very young. When I did that, I was a young colorist and I made some stupid ass mistakes in that book. That was not what I meant to do when I started the book. So, when we're young, we make stupid ass mistakes. When we're beginning colorists, we make mistakes. But it's okay to make mistakes because that's how we learn. No, I know I'm on earlier than normal. I can only be on this early when she's not here. Really? Really, they're safer than anything right now. Joanna, you haven't seen what I've seen with this COVID epidemic. I've seen people suffer from it so much. I've had friends, you know, I've lost one friend. I've had to make some tough decisions, and I've also sent books to my nieces. I've also sent things to them. I've also got bowling balls from when I was in league. I've also got comic books that I got to figure out how I'm going to transport them. Those are actually worth money. Some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are probably worth money. I'm just like, it's. I don't like the fact that I have to move. I don't like the fact that I can't stay in New York because it's too expensive to live in New York. I mean, I've seen people get it and survive, but they're not the same after. We were the first place to take the big hit, and then by this pandemic. What about Eros? Does he love the new garden, or is he more of a house cat? Or does Eros think he's part of the pack? Eros is Miss May's Bengal, if anybody is wondering. I can't sell them because I gotta get them graded, and that's like almost $200 to get them graded. Because once you get them graded, then you can enslab them because you have to get them encapsulated. So I don't want to do that until after we move because it's hard to do that. So you can't just sell them more because you don't get as much money if you sell them more. Only one more little section to do. Yeah, I was asking May, how does your arrows like the fact that you got a new house? Miss May. I like that name, Arrows for a cat. You know, people don't realize just how bad this infection is. So it's comic books are different. Those are actually worth money, but I don't want to sell them. If I sell them, I have to sell them encapsulated, so I have to get them graded, and that's almost like $100 expense. Some of them are like depending on where you go to get them graded, they can be like anywhere from $150 to $200 for one comic to get graded. Also, you have to remember also, takes them about 3 months to get back to you. And so it's quite expensive to do grading on your comic books. No, I hear from a lot of different people lots of different things. Oh, you shouldn't get vaccinated. You should get vaccinated. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. No, in my office, we're required to be vaccinated because there's so many of us in the office. It wasn't prudent not to be vaccinated. No, some places are forcing people to be vaccinated. Saturday the 11th, me and my mother. Isn't it? You know, and I tell people, I'm going to do what's right for me. Like, if I don't want to get on a plane till I'm ready to move, then that's my business, you know? But, you know, here's the bitch. I'm going to have to get a new ID card when I move to California. These are the things that really I have to do when I get to California. Isn't that pretty? You know, you can't. Yes, it's called a heartbeat. We have a heartbeat, man. And I've told people this over and over again. Do what's right for you. You don't have to believe in masks and mandates. You know, I'm vaccinated. And when I go to the grocery store, I still wear a mask. If I go anywhere that's like a big place, no, I know I'm vaccinated. Doesn't mean to be stupid. Don't be stupid. You know, I don't dilly dally when I'm in the stores anymore. You know, pre-pandemic, you know, sometimes I'd go around. So, you know, sometimes I'm like here, here, here. No, she's not flying on 9/11. We're going to a movie on 9/11. We're going to see Shang-Chi on 9/11. I booked the tickets in advance. I picked out the seats together. Of course, you know, we're going to the 19th Street Theater. It's the first movie I've been to, so it's the first time I've been to a theater. Now you can only see Shang-Chi in the theaters. They made it an exclusive theater release only, not this hybrid stuff that they did with Black Widow. But I'm waiting for Black Widow to drop on regular Disney Plus rather than no. So these flowers are real because I've seen them in real life. Purple and yellow flowers. I've actually seen this. Oh my God, there are so many people who go, and here's the thing, who don't mask. When I'm on the subway, the Orthodox Jews do not wear masks on the subways. They are the only people I see that don't mask up on the subways. So, got this one. I started this one and I have no idea what colors I used on it. I never finished this one. They don't wear masks. I go on the train. I get yelled. If I don't wear a mask, people yell at me. You know, my mother didn't wear a mask the other day and nobody yelled at her for not wearing a mask on the subway, she told me. And she goes, I just forgot to wear a mask. But as soon as I saw people wearing a mask, I grabbed my mask and wore it. But I go, there are no words to explain to old people these things. You know, you're supposed to wear a mask in New York City subway transit. I do because, you know, I'm overweight. I've had some health issues. I get sick a lot. You know, I wear masks because I'm scared of passing anything on. You know, I'm scared of children who are highly communicable. I had a kid sneeze on me a few years ago, and I got, oh, I got so scared. I was like, don't touch me. See, I have a lot of things done in this book, but not everything is done in this book. So, that's an absolute thing to do, you know. Spike Lee did a show where he's doing what is the Spike Lee show? 9/11 epicenters, and they were covering 9/11. So and they're covering 9/11 again next week on the Sunday show. You know, I think it's more about limited. You know, you can go out, you can do things, but you have to limit what you're willing to do. I've even said this to people. That's up to you what you do. But you know what? Don't be like doing bad things that are purposely going to be putting other people in jeopardy. So, and you know, we put a little tag when we're done. Everything. I put a tag because then, you know, when I come home, first thing I do is wash my hands when I come home, whether it be, or if I'm going out of, when I come out of the subway, I put on, as soon as I get out of the subway, I grab my hand sanitizer, put it on. When I go to work, I take my hand sanitizer, put it on me. I don't do shit like that. You know, these are the things you do to protect yourself and others. Mm-hmm. Because you don't know how many people have been touching things on the subway and other stuff. So, you know, I try not to touch things, but sometimes I have no choice. Yeah, no, it's just like 9/11 is that day that I'm probably not going to be streaming. I'm probably not going to stream on 9/11 because I got to get to the theater on time, and you know that's a very hard day for me because I wasn't anywhere near the that's a hard day. I didn't lose anybody that day, thank God. But you know that was a scary day if you were in Manhattan, and you know at the time I was living in Brooklyn. I wasn't living in Manhattan at that time, and you know it was. You know, I remember when we came up on the week after 9/11, and then we came back. You know, there were only ever a few times where I can remember the New York subway closing. Hurricane Sandy, 9/11. This most recent storm that we did, they closed down the subways because they were At some point, they had to close down the subways because the water was just so much. And that storm on July 10th, they should have shut down the subway, but they didn't. So I don't even know. That was just crazy. But there's only ever been a few times where they have closed the New York subway. You know, most times they've never done that. So here is the prettiness of this. So yes, and I use cardstock, basic cardstock paper to do my blotter. I buy a lot of it. I buy a big bulk of it. So I use Nina something for it. I forget what I use. Nina's paper. But you can tell I've done quite a few pages in here. And some I've never finished. Oh. See, here's a picture. And I don't even know how I did this. I got to figure out what colors I used on this because I want to finish this, but I don't remember what colors I used to get the green right that day. So at some point, we're going to have to go work back on this and finish this. Yeah, I saw Joanna. So, but then, you know, you look at this book and I would highly recommend this company to anybody that likes good quality paper. I'm waiting for their fairy. Yeah, here's this one. I never did this introduction page. Maybe at the end I'll do the introduction. Then they do the scan. So here's some pictures that we've done. Here's the glitter. There's, you see the glitter in there. That was glittery. Probably the Pentel Sparkle Pops of the color of gel pens. They didn't have the color of gel pens until recently. So here's some of the stuff we've done in this book, if anybody's curious. It just that was what we did today. This is something I have that's a whip. I don't like whips, so this is another whip. I don't even know why I started that picture. So we still have a lot of pictures. Yeah, I know, but I got to figure out the color scheme. I know the color scheme. I just got to figure out which colors. Enjoy showering. I got to do a shower eventually too. At some point today before I go to work tomorrow. You know, as you guys can see, I still have a lot of pages to do. I've done a lot in this book. Look at that one. That one was crazy. I think we did this one on camera. Did we do this one in a live stream? Okay, I can share that. Oh my God. Look at that. He was very lucky. He was very lucky. Joanne, thank you for showing that. And look, she just announced what the wee wax is. Laura just announced what it is. Midnight Pomegranate. Kim sent a photo. Oh, that is cute. Oh, look at that. That is cute, Kim. That is really cute. That is cute. So that's the scent. Yeah, October I'm gonna get. Oh my God. It was terrible that day when that other tower came down. So I'm seeing what else we have in here. Oh, this was the one that we recently did. Remember this one, guys? We recently did this one too. So we have a few in here that are really nice. I like doing pictures from this book because then I know I'm doing it. The drop is September 10th, 12 p.m. on her Etsy site. It's Wee Wax. The scent is Midnight Pomegranate. So I add this to the list of things and then I put it in the big thick thingy. So Thank you guys for coming. I hope you all have enjoyed that. Bye, everybody.